Pugh. That'll do it! That will do it! Pugh for Bournemouth! The roof of the Gold Sands is raised! Everyone here knows what that could mean to this football.
Good afternoon, Bournemouth fans. Hope you're doing well. Myself, Sam Davis and Tom Jordan are live at Dean Court. Tom, how are you?
Nervous, excited, but it's amazing to be back. It's just amazing to be here, isn't it? It's great. It seems so long, but yeah, really excited about it and just want it to hurry up now.
It's got that kind of buzz, like on a match day, all the stewards are congregating, sorting out the car park plans. Like inside and outside the stadium, there are people that are looking forward to the game. 4.5 hours time, mate. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm nervous, but quietly confident. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I was saying to you before that I think if we had got Barnes in Swansea like we kind of predicted, I'd be a little bit more expectant. I think because we got Brentford and we struggled against them, it's lowered my expectations a little bit because I know that they're a good side. But I just think we have turned up in them big games. We've done well against Norwich, we've done well against Watford, and even the Brentford games, we finished our chances. We weren't bad against them, which is why they're a bit wary of us and didn't want to draw us. So, yeah, it'll be good to have fans back in there. And I think, weirdly, because the fans are back, it might be a big advantage to us. And then we could take a good result into the second leg. Let's hope anyway. But yeah, excited to get going. It's going to be a nervy, hour 45. I've got to sit in there and wait for the game to kick off. It's going to be nervy.
We're going to show you the scene around Dean Court shortly by moving the camera, and we're just having a look around. There's lots of people chatting. Hello to you all. We're not going to be reading out chats, but what we are going to do is be talking about the team that's going to be gracing the pitch tonight. You probably saw the free-for-all last night. I mean, the team pretty much picks itself, but we're up against a Brentford side, mate, that are going to be full of confidence. They've got some big wins recently as well, and for them, it's just a case of carrying along on their momentum. We have to now start some momentum after our 3 losses in a row. They're favourites, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd say they're slight favourites. I think if you look at the bookmakers and things like that, they're slight favourites, but there's not a lot in it. I think most people kind of on the outside would say the winner of this would be big favourites in the final. But yeah, it all depends on who turns up on the day. I mean, Brentford, you can look at it whichever way you want, really. They've done the double on us. Is that a psychological edge? But then they've done that against Fulham last season and lost them in the playoffs. They always struggle with the playoffs. So it depends how you look at it. I'm hoping if we can start off well, maybe get an early goal, that then they'll start creeping in. They'll be on the pitch. They'll be thinking, oh, not again. We're going to fail at the playoffs again. And that might give us a little bit of an edge. But we managed to keep Tony relatively quiet. Yeah. And that's going to be key again. And I'm pretty sure that out of all the centre-halves in the league, he's found it most hard against the 2 that we've got. Yeah. And like you say about the team, I think apart from right back, where it's up for debate, I think it almost picked itself. Be very surprised if we saw any kind of surprise inclusions in there, like a Wilshere or a Surridge or anything like that. So they will know kind of how we're going to go. I think we'll pretty much know how they're going to go. It just depends who turns up on the night, man. I think Tony v Danjuma, it's got that kind of filter. Which one's going to produce that magic on the night? And Arnie likes to turn up in the big games. Cameras are there. We know Arnie. I saw earlier he put a thing on his Instagram, swipe up to vote for me, player of the season. Yeah. He loves it. He's confident. Surely a player like that's going to, with that arrogance that I quite like, he's going to turn up on the big stage, surely.
I hope so. Have you felt like this? I mean, try to think of a match previously where you felt these feelings that you've got now. I mean, does the Bolton 3-0 compare feelings-wise or not really?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, really. But because we've never really gone in to any season with this much expectation, have we? We're always the underdogs. And this season, this fills that expectation. I think in terms of nerves and things like that and how big a game is, I remember Southampton when we got relegated not long ago. But because we weren't at the ground, It was a little bit different and we almost resigned ourselves a little bit. It was hard because we weren't there. I'm trying to think, going to a game. I remember the Bolton one. I remember during the day, I was like bigging Bolton up as they were the best thing ever and they're definitely going to beat us and we can't do it. They've got Heskey, but when you get into it, as soon as the game started, I thought, we're just too good. Yeah. We were so good that season. I always felt like we were going to do it. This season, what's so difficult is that lack of consistency. And some games we turn up and I think, oh, look at the quality we're too good in this league. And then other times, if we just don't turn up and don't have that fight, we really struggle. So I'm really not sure. But what I'll give to Woodgate is he seemed to have fired the players up in the games that matter. And I think he's that sort of character that will really fire him up today and make him do the basics well. And yeah, I think we'll edge it. I think we'll have a little bit too much on the night. I really do. I'm going 1-0, mate. I'm going 1-0. You're
going 1-0. Yeah. So you're going to be watching inside the ground. You excited? You're going to have to have your poncho on because you're in row B, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm in row B. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty central, so I think I'm virtually behind the goal, row B. So, hopefully I won't get kicked out for a pitch invasion with a last-minute winner or something. But, I'm just delighted to be able to go. But, yeah, quite low down, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But listen, if it's raining, I'll be singing in the rain. I don't care. It's that's what it's all about. But yeah, in the north, and I think I'm not sure. Is it like every stand open and like there's just like filtering it around a little bit? I'm not really sure.
I don't particularly know the plans. I mean, I think people who are going have had more info and intel on what's happening tonight. But I'll be watching on Sky. I'll be there for the free for all, but be trying to get your reaction. So if you're going tonight, then I'll put a link on our Twitter account so you can get involved from outside the stadium, and then we'll get as many views as we can from those that are going. Now, I'll be watching on Sky. There are the Sky TV trucks. They're all preparing for the day. The stewards are having a mothers' meeting over the far side there, as you can tell. And there is our beautiful stadium there. I mean, yeah, it's a tin pot stand, but, you know, it's ours. It's ours. We're going to just quickly see what people are saying on the comments. Great to see everyone here. Lisa, hello. Up the Cherries. Kirk's here as well. Archie, Julie, Mark. Cheers to everyone. And if you're going today, you are lucky people. But I've got to say, take a coat. It's just like pissing it down here, mate. This is not good. Are we going to go for a quick pint in a minute?
Absolutely. I need a pint. I've got my vape here. I mean, I've got the hood up. I'm all nervous. I need a beer. I need to calm down and just get ready for the game. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like, you know, a bit of rain, you know, a few early crunching tackles from Big Jeff, you know, really get the crowd fired up. And when I went to like the Huddersfield game and stuff, we did get a bit of a crowd. And that was a game where it's quite comfortable early on, wasn't it? And I think this game, we can still get the atmosphere going tonight. I think, like I say, sometimes, you know, this proper football weather, isn't it? Yeah. A few crunching tackles early on, let's have it.
What we need is for everyone going tonight to absolutely get behind them. You could be one of these people that just turns up and likes to be entertained. And look, as Bournemouth fans, we've been treated to some unbelievable football over the last, you know, decade. And some people just turn up and be entertained and almost sit on their hands for the 90 minutes and they just enjoy. But what we need is every single person at Dean Court tonight to get behind the boys and be that extra man, because every voice inside that stadium, we've got a small ground, 2,000 people, it's going to make a lot of noise. And you know what? If players can take 0.01% of extra motivation from another voice, then why wouldn't you? We all want the same thing. Huge atmosphere. It was a huge atmosphere against Bolton. And you know what we did in that match? We started fast. We created a chance early on. Was it Callum Wilson who had a go? He could have put in Pugh. He didn't. He decided to cut in on the left and shot. The keeper saved it. But it was a fast start. And that's what we need today. But we need to be clinical with the chances that we get. Something that Junior Stanislas probably had sleepless nights after that effort. Right outside the Ted McDougall stand, the goal there. We need to be clinical, don't we?
We do, and I remember that Bolton game, like you're saying, we started so well, but I think it was Bogdan in goal at the time. It was having a blinder.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and I was thinking this is going to be one of them nights. But what was good at that time is the crowd just kept going. You know, weren't getting frustrated. I think Bolton had a few off chances as well on the break, but we kept going, and yeah, it was great. It was like a kind of fairy tale kind of feeling. It was a real, you know, nice atmosphere, and we need to do that again tonight. But yeah, we need to be clinical, and we'll know that. We'll know the players will go in there and they'll go, listen, we matched them in both times we played them. We just didn't finish our chances. We'll do that tonight, and we'll be fine. And come on, boss.
So, you know, the players obviously stand out for us. We know where they are, but there are certain players that have maybe not turned up this season, yet somehow find themselves in the starting 11 tonight. And I'm looking at the right side of midfield.
Yeah, David Brooks is the type of player I've said all along that we know the quality he's got, but he just hasn't been consistent. I think he's had probably a handful of good games, if that, and he's supposed to be one of the best players in the league. So if he wants to show that, Sky cameras, playoffs, that's when you got to turn up. So if he does that tonight, then no qualms, you know, and we know he's got the quality. So they'll still be. It's weird because every team will be looking at Brooksy as like a main threat, but he hasn't been. So yeah, but he's probably, you know, almost guaranteed the starting position because of Stanislas's injury as well. It'll be who's with him on that right side in terms of right back. But everywhere else on the pitch, you know, Billing, we know he can go through the motions sometimes, but if we get the Billing that's, you know, been brilliant since Woodgate come in, then he's another massive threat. I really think he needs to get as close to Dom as he can when we're going forward. We don't want Dom to be isolated. That's happened too many times this season. Yeah. So I think that'll be crucial. And hopefully Kelly's, that's the only other one. Make sure he's come through everything okay, and then he'll start. But if he hasn't, it'll be Diego. But yeah, if they all perform like they have done under Woody, you know, on that massive winning run, then I think we'll be too strong. I really do.
If you're Thomas Frank, how are you setting out your stall? How are you kind of selling it to your players? Are you saying, look, lads, let's just try to come away with a draw and then finish them off at home? Or do you reckon they're going to go for the jugular and go for it? Or, you know, sit back defensively, which is always a bit of a danger about, you know, against the attacking threats that we got. How do you think he's going to play it?
It is a dangerous one because I think they almost could invite us on because they are dangerous on the break. And you can maybe think, like they've done the other two games, Bournemouth started the games well, but we kept ourselves in it and then caught them on the break.
Yeah.
But we've got to be careful because they could finish their chances this time. But I think they'll know that they can get us. He'll be saying to them, listen, we've played them twice, we've beaten them twice. They'll know that, we know that. So we know we've got the quality to beat these lot. So you know what their threats are. You know what Arnie's going to do. He's going to try and come inside, etc., etc. And they'll be looking to just play. I think they'll be looking to not pay us too much respect because they'll be saying, they might have on paper, kind of more expensive players than us, but we beat them twice. Let's just go out there and play the football match like it's. They won't want to be thinking too much of it's a playoff game because we know their record. They'll be thinking just play it as another game because we beat them twice. Yeah. Whereas I think we should be going out there going, we know what they do in the playoffs. Let's get at them early. They'll start switching off. Mentality-wise, like I said earlier, if we get an early goal, they're human beings. If I'm a Brentford player and we'll go 1-0 down early, I'm thinking not again. That's. I think that we might have an edge because of that. That's what I'm hoping.
So you think the history may go on our side? Right. What are your predictions? Let us know in the chats. And thank you to everyone that's contributing. As I have a look through some of your comments here, great to see everyone getting involved. Who else have we got? Oh my goodness! We got some Brentford fans in as well. Tim Pot, Charlie, absolutely love it. Loving these comments.
All the best.
But anyway, we've got to say thank you so much for everyone who has watched today. We appreciate that there may be audio issues because it is absolutely pissing it down. But Tom, prediction-wise, has it changed?
No, I'm going 1-0. Norwich was 1-0 Danjuma. Watford 1-0 Danjuma. I'm saying the same tonight. I'm going 1-0 Danjuma. Kind of 15 minutes to go. I think it's going to be a horrible game. 0-0. It's going to be, and he's just going to be so nervous. He's on a knife edge, and he's going to pull out a bit of magic. 1-0, and then we'll go to their place, skank out a 0-0. That's what I'm saying. 1-0 all round. I'm going to Wembley.
I'll go for a 2-1. And thanks to everyone that's popped their predictions in. Remember, after the game, we're on the free-for-all at 8 p.m. with some raw reaction, both from people at the ground and also those of you watching at home on Sky. As I say, everyone is getting ready, including the Sky TV crew. It's going to be live at 6 p.m. They're testing the mics out at the moment in the PA. And everyone is getting ready. It's pissing it down. And look at that. Wear a bloody coat because it is grim. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And see you in the next one. Up the cherries. Come on, you Reds. Sounds